Good morning. Good to see everybody. First off, Peyton, I just want to say thanks to you and your family for giving me the opportunity today to be a part of this, be a small part of this. I think it's well documented. Obviously, I've been with Peyton 1 year. 9 months is what I said a while ago, Peyton. Is that about right? But myself, like many coaches in the National Football League, spent a lot of time trying to beat him. About the last 17 years, had many opportunities, wasn't very successful. As a matter of fact, Patrick Smythe reminded me today that your record when I was in Houston was 10-2 against me. And I told Patrick, I said, Patrick, you know, his record this year was 10-2 as a starter, and I think he was 10-2 or 10-1 or 10-0 against a lot of coaches in this league. So, but I have tremendous respect for you. And throughout my years in the league as a coach, I think we all knew, I knew what he was as a player, what he accomplished as a player, what he was capable of doing as a player. But I think the thing that we all respected is what you were as a person and the way you represented the National Football League. I know as a coach, we get reminded all the time about the shield, protecting the shield, doing right by the National Football League. There could not have been a greater example than yourself throughout the years. But it's been a great 9 months. And everything ended the right way for the Denver Broncos. And what a ride it was, but it wasn't easy, was it? It wasn't easy. And what I want to do is I'm going to share a story with everybody. So I know I'm sharing it with all of America today, but I want to do this. I think it's important. And I'll be real quick. But this season was a great one, but it was a tough one. And he and I had some tremendous meetings, interesting moments along the way. And I'm going to make it brief, but I want to make a point. We were 9 weeks into the season. We were 7-2. We had had a rough day against Kansas City. I knew he wasn't feeling good. I knew his foot was hurting. We went in my office and I said, "You're going to get well." He was not real happy with that. Not real happy. But we proceeded on that path to getting him well and trying to hang on as a football team and continue to battle. So over the next 7 weeks, we had many meetings, didn't we? Many meetings, many sit-downs. And I remember him coming out of the cast after putting his foot in the cast for a couple of weeks, right, Greek? And he comes out of the cast and we sit down. And I said, "Okay, what's the next step? What do we do here?" He said, "Well, it's time to go back to work. I'm going to come back. I want to play. I want to finish this thing out the right way." And I said, "All right, well, we step back on the field and we go to work next week." And I'll never forget what he told me that day. He said, "Listen," he said, "I don't want to be a distraction. I'm not ready to play yet. If I go back on that field with the team, it's going to be all about me. You keep everybody focused on the team. I'll get myself well." And that's what he did. So we devised a plan. Every day we'd come in here, we'd get the team going, we'd have our meetings as a team. Peyton went across the field over there to the bubble. He took 3 guys with him, the famous 3, I would call them. He took Sunshine, Jordan Taylor, for all of y'all who don't know who that is. He took Coach Harry, who works in the equipment room, and he doubles as a quarterback coach. And he took Hireman over there, and he went to work. And we filmed those sessions. And I watched the film, and we went through that process for a few weeks. And I would deal with the team, and he'd be over there working in the mornings. And every Friday I'd come over there, and I'd watch him work out. Well, we went through this process for a few weeks. And as we went through that process, there were some highs and lows. There was one setback, if I recall. But we kept pushing. And all of a sudden, it was different. I knew he felt like it was time, that he was ready to play, that he was in the right place. So I think there was 2 weeks left in the regular season. He and I talked, and I could tell through his voice he felt very good about what was going on, and he was ready to come back. So we decided that week we'd proceed the same way. So we started our Wednesday, had the meeting with the team. He went over and worked out. We went about our business. That evening I watched his tape, and it looked better than ever. Everything was pretty consistent. Thursday was different. We had our work as a team. He had his workout. I sat down to watch a film. As I'm watching the film that day, there was something different about the workout. During the workout, he sent me a signal to the film. Hey, word number 1, you could take it that way. I took it as, "I'm ready to play, coach." Okay? So I was heading home that night, and I texted him. I said, hey, the workout looked great today, and oh, by the way, I got the signal. And I said, I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I'm going to watch you work out tomorrow. So let me get through with the team in the morning. I'm coming to watch. So we had our meeting Friday morning. Greek and I walked over to the bubble, walked in, and they were through. And they were supposed to start at 9, but they were already through. So I walked in the bubble, and I looked at all of them, and I said, hey, what's the deal here? I was supposed to watch you guys at 9. And his 3 buddies, they kind of tiptoed out of the bubble because they knew something was fixing to take place here. But they all said, Coach, he said we're starting at 8. So they were through. So he and I started our conversation. I'll try to make a long story short. Why'd y'all start it? I wanted to. I'm ready to play. Before I knew it, the only people left in the bubble were Peyton and I and a bag of footballs. For 5 minutes, I proceeded to tell him what I thought was going on with our team and where we were at. For the next 25 minutes, Peyton proceeded to tell me where he was, what he thought our team could do, and that he was ready to lead our team in that direction. And he was right. He was right. And what he proceeded to do over the course of the next month in leading these players, this football team, and the coaches, and push everybody was the difference in how we ended up as a football team. So I have the utmost respect for what you did, the utmost respect. And on behalf of myself, the coaches, the players, everybody in this organization, thanks for doing it. I know it was tough, and you were special along the way. So it was only 9 months for me, but I'll remember it for a lifetime. I love you, bud. I wish you the best. Okay, great job. I think we're going to watch a film. I think so.